very good morning to you, and hope I find you very well today. Welcome to Manchester, where it is actually quite a pleasant winter's day. A little bit of blue sky, and might even see an appearance of that big yellow ball later on. What I want to talk about today is a brand which I'm actually quite partial to, but I appreciate for those horological built-in fanboys out there who would never dream of sullying their watch collecting name by such a brand will probably turn this video off right at this particular point once the name is mentioned, and the name of the brand is Bulova. I've mentioned Bulova before on a couple of occasions. I did the review of my Bulova Precisionist, which if you've not seen that video, have a look back in the catalogue and you will find it in there. You will find it, I hope, educational, enjoyable and interesting regarding the new movement that's in there. And I've also mentioned it regarding the Best Watch Brand Challenge that Charles Wallingford did. And I'm not a Bulova fanboy. I just like brands that offer a wide range of watches to suit all tastes, all needs, and more importantly, in these hard days that we're currently living in, every pocket. And the two brands for me that do that are Bulova and Seiko. But let's move along. I'm hopefully going to try to put a picture at the beginning of this video. Hopefully you'll have seen that. And what the picture is of is a new watch in the Bulova Accutron range. And it's called the Calibrator. And I personally think it is, one, a very good looking watch, and two, a very good idea. And I understand why somebody's not done this before, so I've kind of negated my next question, which was going to be, well, why has nobody done this before? I've made a few notes, so bear with me. So I want to give you kind of a full insight into what this watch actually is. I say it's fairly new to the market. I guess it was probably launched stateside within the last 3 or 4 months. We have only seen it here in Britain because of the V channel, who sell quite a lot of Bulova watches. We can find them on eBay, but they're from US sellers. There doesn't seem to be outlets here in the UK for Bulova watches, and if there is, if you know of any in any major city, let me know. So it's called the Calibrator, which might give you a little bit of an insight into where I'm going with this. What it basically has is a modified ETA 2824 movement, and it's the 25 jewel version of the 2824. Now, if you saw the picture, and if you haven't seen the picture, if I can't for some reason upload it, I'll put a link to the picture down below, and I'll also use it as the video image. As you look at the watch, it just looks like a conventional timepiece with the crown at the 3 and so on and so forth. But as you look at the watch a little bit further, it seems to have a further crown in the mirror position at the 9. So, you know, we're all kind of used to watches having other bits and pieces dotted to them. You know, my rotary pilot watch, for instance, has a secondary crown up at the 10, which moves the inner bezel, so when you're calculating flight times and fuel and so on and so forth. So we're not too surprised that it might have something on the other side of the case. But you find yourself asking, well, what the hell is it? It doesn't look like it uses its function to move anything on the dial, because there's nothing really on the dial itself. It doesn't look like a helium release valve that you have to unscrew to let the gases out. So what actually is it? Well, it kind of gives you an insight of what it is when you open the box. And inside the box, of course, you get the watch, but you also get a little tool. Now you say, ah, right, Stuart, well, of course, that will be the tool that you need to take links out. No, it isn't. What it actually is a little tool that fits in this extra crown or at the 9 position. because what that extra crown does, it's an adjuster. It is where the watch gets its name from. It is a calibrator. It is a calibration tool. Now, what it allows you to do is, on the dial there, what looks to be a power meter, or a power reserve meter, but it actually isn't that. What it is, this is a meter that monitors what you're doing with that extra crown when you insert the tool and rotate the tool either clockwise or anti-clockwise. And what the calibrator system allows is, it will allow you, me, and anybody who is a watch lover to calibrate your own wristwatch. And it allows you to calibrate your own wristwatch if it's anything up to plus or minus 5 seconds. So if you're one of these anal people that love their watch to be bang on the second every day of every week of every year, then this will allow you to access an atomic clock on the internet and set your watch bang on if over time it's either gained a little bit or lost a little bit. Now, I think this is a brilliant idea. Well, first reason, of course, is I'm a bloke, and all blokes love gadgets, and this is a little bit of an extra gadget, and it will make us feel fulfilled as watch wearers and so-called watch experts, that we ourselves, a normal man in the street, no longer has to set their watch into a watchmaker or a high-class jeweller to have it regulated. Why? Because we can now do it ourselves, and under normal circumstance, I guess, you know, if your watch is losing or gaining any more than 5 seconds a day, there's something a little bit awry. So you will have to take it in to a watchmaker if indeed that kind of thing bothers you. So now you can take your watch off your wrist, you get your little tool out of the box, slot it in what this appears to be this extra crown on the other side, and rotate it, and the little power meter, what appears to be a power meter, has a plus and a minus, so a plus at one end and a minus at the other. So if your watch is losing, let's say, 2 seconds a day, you rotate the tool so the little lever, or the little pointer as it were, goes 2 seconds towards the plus sign. So you're adding 2 seconds a day, and vice versa. If your watch is gaining 2 seconds a day, you rotate it the other way, and the little indicator moves 2 segments towards the minus. So I think that's a fantastic thing, and I think what it indicates to me here is that Bulova seem to be doing what my opinion is, and it is only my opinion. They are pushing forward the designs and the insertions of both function and aesthetic into watches that are actually not a lot of money. Now, I have no idea how much this watch is, to be perfectly honest, but I have a feeling it's around the £300 mark. I will try and find the price for you, and I will let you know, but it is being introduced at the moment onto the V channel here in the UK, channel 671 on Sky. I'm sure if you go onto the V channel website, you will be able to find all the full details, maybe even a video that they've uploaded of them demonstrating this watch, and obviously the up-to-date cost. But I think it's a great looking watch. It's a really nice looking watch. And as I said in a previous video, I think it was called What Are You a Sucker For? I'm kind of a sucker for a retrograde flyback complication. Well, this kind of looks like a flyback. It kind of looks like that. And, you know, so therefore it's got me immediately. I do like that. And then, you know, if you did happen to get into a conversation with a watch anorak, one of these walks around with adenoids and, oh yes indeed, what does that little bone meter do? Well, you can explain to them that what it actually is not a retrograde flyback of any description like they might think. What it actually is a calibration meter that you, the watch wearer, are able to do yourself, which I'm sure the Alanoidal anorak will find very interesting indeed. So the Bulova Calibrator, well worth looking at, I feel. Also, perhaps, well worth investing in. it is something that is of interest to me. And at that kind of money, it could be something that might satisfy my next little itch. I'm not getting that yet. Fortunately, the Hulk is still satisfying me. So, but who can tell what happens in the new year? Once the festivities are over, I may be in the market for something a little bit cheaper than the Rolex cost me, perhaps. And this could just fit the bill. So, I'll try my best to put the picture of the watch at the beginning of the video. I will also use it as the video picture, which obviously you can click on and open up full screen. If you want to actually see it being demonstrated, I am sure I think it's www.myvchannel.com. If you open up their website and put in the search bar Bulova Calibrator, I'm sure you'll find it and find any videos that they have appertaining to that particular timepiece. But that's it. It's in my opinion, a great watch, a nice looking watch, a good value for money watch with a function which I think we, as watch wearers, watch enjoyers, will perhaps enjoy having. Especially, as I say, if you're one of these very precise kind of guys that you need your watch to be bang on the second every week, it will be something that you'll enjoy doing. It's something else. It's a little gadget for us guys. So that's it for this one. Just a little tell you what I'm wearing. Not wore it for a while. My Marina Militaire Fiddy, the watch that healed itself. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful, it is dead on accurate. I think it's wonderful, and it's lovely to have it back on my wrist. And for the 60 quid or whatever I paid for it, one of the best purchases I've ever made for my watch collection. So that's it for this one. Any queries, questions? What's your answers to this? When you've investigated the watch for yourself, let me know down below. Any suggestions for future content of this nonsense? Down below. I hope I've contacted everybody who's contacted me in the last couple of days. If not, give me a nudge and I'll get back to you. If this is your first time here and you're thinking, well, this guy's not too bad, feel free to subscribe. And there's also, as I've already said, lots and lots of videos in the back catalogue for you to have a look at. If you find this particular video interesting, give it a thumbs up, which will obviously counter the inevitable thumbs down. And I think that's it for this one. Just a little bit of a prior warning. As I've already said, in December I become mysteriously busy. I will be away for a few days from the weekend to early next week. So this may be my last video up until next week. Not too sure yet, but will do. A little bit of prior warning. I am going to do a video of Spectre, the new Bond movie. So if you've not seen it, there will be a spoiler or two in there. So if you see the Spectre video coming up and you don't want any spoilers, then by all means skip that video along and look for something else. So for now, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye.